So, no, he's one of the reasons that I play music, and this is a long story. I'm trying to keep it as short as possible because I am not a comedian, and it's not funny. So Jay and I got to meet him, and we go to Little Rock, and we go to a show, and I'm like, hey, I have a guitar made by the lovely people at PRS Guitars out of Maryland. I have a signature guitar by them, which is also another dream come true. So I'm like, hey, I'm going to give Garth Brooks, one of my heroes, one of my signature guitars. And in my head, this is how this is going to go. I'm going to give it to him. He's going to give it to his assistant. He's never going to see it. That's not at all what happened. We go back and we meet him, and he is the nicest guy on the face of the planet, and not like nice for like, oh, I hope Garth Brooks is nice. Like nice for like the guy who checks you out at Kroger or like a grocery store. I forget that I'm from the South.
Do they have Kroger here?
They have Kroger? Okay.
No.
Wawa, whatever.
Wawa.
He's a Wawa guy. Garth Brooks is the Wawa. For this story, Garth Brooks works at Wawa. So, or Sheets or whatever. So anyway, okay. So I give him the guitar, and he's completely blown away, and he asked me a simple question of why, and I tell him why, and that's because I said at 9 years old, I used to put on the tightest black pants I could find, my circulation was getting cut off at this point. The ugliest button-up shirt ever, and I kind of look like the way Justin Moore was dressed right now. That's
hey man, that's not nice at all.
Sorry, I'm just kidding. You're the most handsome one of us, so I just have to make you look unattractive at least a little bit.
I do have a lot of Garth looks in my phone though that I try to go with every night.
The old In Pieces shirt and stuff. So I told him that, and he was completely blown away. And then so we go back and I told him I used to put the headset on and run around and sing Shameless with my super high voice. It sounded like a girl. I'm shameless. so after the show, we go watch the show, and then he pulls my guitar out on stage an hour in, and this was the greatest moment that's ever happened to me in my life at this point. And so after the show, not to be out-Garthed, he brings me backstage and he gives me his guitar that he had played the entire tour, which was the most amazing thing ever. So what I'm trying to tell you is, I don't really get too serious in these shows, but I was a kid who was 13 years old, in his house, and got the shit kicked out of me by jocks because everybody told me that I couldn't be a musician or I couldn't be in a band, and those people can kiss my ass now because of all you guys who are here. And what I'm trying to tell you is, don't let anybody tell you that you can't do anything you want in Baltimore, because you can do whatever the hell you want and you'll be great at it. So always keep that in mind, because I was a little kid that got shoved in the lockers by football players. And then I turned 25 and I banged all their girlfriends. This song has
that was a new part of the story.
This song has nothing to do with any of that. I hope you enjoyed my story.
We love you!
I'm glad my mom's not here right now. Well, I hope anybody else's mom's not here right now. Sorry. So highways getting longer. Seems there ain't no way inside. Sleep or best, last came for the rest. I got a riding in the river all night. Call the house, no one answered. For the last 2 weeks, no one's been home. I guess it's too mean to tell the truth, I just can't see what's kept the woman on this long. And the white lines getting longer, and the saddles get cold. Not much too young to feel this damn old. All the cards are on the table, with no waste left in the hole. Not much too young to feel this damn old. The competition's getting younger. Little jerks, tough bros.
No, I can't recall. Worn out St. Crystal Blue, lonely women and bad booze seem to be the only friends I've left at all. And the white lines get longer, and the shadows get cold. I'm much too young to feel this damn old. With all the cards are on the table, with no waste left in the hole. I'm much too young to feel this damn old. Lord, I'm much too young to feel this damn old.